But I'm not sure if people like really, really getting what I'm saying. You know, their aim is to take us out by any means necessary. Water, our food, air. But you know, they are doing something else with us that's way more powerful than those things. Way more powerful. Okay, so put a one in the chat if you've noticed like how many songs is out now about worship and prayer, like rap songs. Like, I'm not talking gospels with ghost bells. I'm talking about your rappers like Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna song. She my sin. That's my little devil. I got a question that girl. Listen, I know she a demon. I would be in her presence in the car. Get a hell of me. So, anybody notice? Anybody heard that song, Kendrick Lamar and her? There's a few. This is like the third one I've heard. And it's talking about worship and prayer. Y'all better not fall for the okie doke. And it's so many of them coming on strong like that. They spell cast. These glasses are filthy. What's that comment saying right there?
Pete Mafia says, I try to avoid those frequencies, but yes, I have heard them.
Like I don't listen to songs. I don't listen to radio or nothing like that. I run across it like say with Rihanna's song. It came across my YouTube. And the title pulled me, but Rihanna, I got a crush on her, so it pulled me. See my little demon. She pulls me. But I 100% saw the spell casting that she's doing. Not just her. It's a few of them. And I run across like one because I'm into tones. Like way more than I show. Like I'm a sound healer. And even music that I like, I'm attracted to it by the tones. Not necessarily the words. It's the music. The music has to pull me. So I've been running across. It's like the third one I've run across. Listen. They spell casting, y'all. They ain't worshiping. They want you to worship. See, because what's happening right now, especially with the black woman, we're turning our sights within. We're remembering the gods that we are. A lot of people, they even said it, how Christianity was falling. Like a lot of people was leaving Christianity. It's 100 degrees, man. A lot of people was leaving Christianity because we recognize, didn't I say ye are gods? We recognize there's something up with that. We recognize that if that's only one son of God, then who they talking about in Genesis 6:2? When I will not always strive with man, but his days shall be numbered by 120. And there were giants in the land in those days. And the sons of God came unto the daughters of men. And the sons of God came unto, and if you read the Hebrew, they had sex with them, came into the daughters of men and chose all that they thought was fair. Who are the sons of God? Before he said that, he said, I will not always strive with man, for he is also flesh. That's about Jesus, Yahshua, Isa ibn Maryam, whatever you want to call him, whatever language you speak. That's about him. Because to strive with a man, and if we read the Hebrew word, it means to walk with or inside of. And that is Mary, you wanna have you just woke up crazy. Come on, no. Hold on. You sleepwalking. You just walking right up into the dashboard. Come here, baby, lay down. Let mommy help you. Okay. And his days shall be numbered by 120, which was stating that Yahshua was going to live to be 120. But it shows that in Revelation. In Revelation, when it described him, hair like wool, as white as snow, that's an old man. Skin of bronze, as if it was burnt in the furnace. That's a dark-skinned old man with hair as white as snow. He wasn't just old; he was old as shit. But his whole dome is white. But anyway, what they're doing right now is spell casting. Cause we woke up. We woke up to verses like I just explained. We woke up to a truth. We woke up. What's that? No, she's snoring. We woke up. Y'all, we got the puppies in the car. Maybe she'll let me show y'all once I stop. But my 5 grandbabies. I am not going to make them car dogs. They are going to be house dogs. But I done already started because I don't want to leave her nowhere without me. She would have been by herself, but I just, Oh, as a matter of fact, I got to go to the store for her right now. Okay. I'll wait till we get to the other end. So, we're waking up. I mean, some of us woke. We ain't doing what we're supposed to be doing, but we woke. We woke to the knowledge of who we are. So, they need Rihanna to come on out with a song of praise. They need Kendrick because they need you to worship the false God. They need you to worship. That's Anunnakis you're worshiping. This Almighty, even called Almighty, the Almighty with the Anunnakis is the one with the most power. So when y'all using these titles and these names, y'all calling on beings who did create you though. They're all your creators. They created you to mine gold, to be slaves. Okay, wait a minute. Let's get you straight. Let's get you straight. You're sleepwalking. Come on, stay still. Come on. There you go. Come on. Go ahead, lay down. You're sleepwalking there. You having dreams? Dreaming? Yeah. Okay. So, in today's music industry, what is a singer? What is a rapper? But warlocks and witches. Because whether you know it or not, this whole thing is being ran by magic. It's all about magic. But they'll give you words. No, I was watching this show of a night about the Anunnaki. And they were saying the story of the Anunnaki, which is basically the Imam Elish, but they did it in movie form. We watched that last night. I think it was last night. And they were saying how when the Anunnakis left, they left some information. Those behind, I keep telling you, that's what priests are. Priests are just the keepers of the Anunnaki's information. That's what a priest was. That's what the priesthood is. Y'all got to see it. That's the information that they're holding for God, the gods, those that created them from a whole other star constellation. See, when we turned out to be something special, we not just slaves, and although they made us on Mars, but they used this land and creatures from this land to take to the lab in Mars to create a being here. We turned out to be special. Why? I'll tell y'all again. Because of the minerals of Earth. It's because of Earth. It's because she's 3/4 water. Water in itself is an alien to the planet. Water didn't derive from Earth. And Earth didn't derive from water. Earth was molten and on fire, and water came from outer space and drops the size of this car and cooled the Earth. It's not from Earth. Well, I guess if you on Mars, then Earth is the alien too, then, right? Because of the waters, because the waters drew to this place. You are water. You are a water creature. You are fish. You get scales. Scratch yourself. Them flakes are scales. My mind look gray. Anyway. We have to see things for what they are. We must completely lift the veil. Like some of us like to peek through the veil because we feel safe behind it. Oz, Wizard of Oz. But the curtain has to be moved so you can see who the wizard really is. You just don't know what you want to do with yourself. You'll be back. Get your spot ready. Come on, Papa. He's so sleepy. You really look like a Pomeranian right now. I don't even see your chihuahua. Come on. No, you're not going in the windshield. What's going on with you right now? You gotta lay down. Come on, lay down. You full off that hamburger. That's what's going on. You food drunk. He food drunk. So, we have to open our eyes completely and not just where we're comfortable. And that's the only way that we're going to move past the levels, our lower levels. Move up into higher vibrations in our higher selves. Move up and vibrate our spirits higher and faster. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you leave the 6th grade and now you're going into middle school. You're going into that next, I think that's high school, and you're going into the 7th grade. But then when you get to the high school, you don't want to accept that next level. You want to be able to still be in the 6th grade, but learn a little, what you want to learn from the 7th. But in order for you to excel, to get out of that system, you have education and get to the 12th grade and graduate, you're going to have to step full force. You're going to have to step 100% into high school and leave childish things behind. It's a whole new world. And yeah, you're going to hear stories. So you're already scared, being a sophomore, you already freaked out. But you got to put one foot in front of the other. And that's the same thing with spirituality. We don't want to leave middle school. We're truly afraid of high school, and we want to be where it's comfortable at. We want to be able to peek out the curtain like it's ours, and then that way we don't have to be responsible to the truth. What they're doing right now is they're spell casting. Hold on for a minute. So they don't want you to come into fully. They see that we waking up, but they don't want you to fully come into who you are. So they're going to use their wizards and their witches. This is why they control, they control the music. This is why they, not only do they control the music, they contaminate the artists. They contaminate the spellcasters. They contaminate the actors. That's why actors are called the cast. Those are the casters of the spells that the warlocks and witches come up with. They talk in their chambers and their secret meetings and do their secret bullshit and do their rituals and say, oh, we're going to come together and we're going to make this movie out. So while you're looking at the comedy, you're completely missing all the subliminals that's in it. So they send out their best casters in the game. And the best ones are the ones that's contaminated. The best ones are the ones that done ran a train on. Or saw them this. They're mentally destroyed. That made them sell out. So the very beings that you have casting your vision board, because that's what movies are, the very beings that you have casting, the energy that they're doing it in for that dollar, they're contaminated. So the energy that they're putting out when you're mimicking them, like with Black Panther, he did too damn much. They had to get rid of that. When even Halloween, for all of you who celebrate it, everybody, their mother was somebody from Black Panther. They was Black Panther dancing. Oh, hell no. We done cast the wrong shit. Like when they cast the Matrix. See, the Matrix, they just wanted. The Matrix, and they probably miss her warmth too. The Matrix, even though it was stolen, the Matrix was written by that black woman, Catherine or Kathleen. Y'all know what I'm talking about? CC. Her name is Catherine, something like that. But that lady that was in film school who wrote that and that other one, she wrote 3 of them. That one, Terminator, and another, and they stole her stuff. Well, she got rich from it though. She got her money back. But the energy behind that, and she saw it as a righteous, as what's the right word for that? She wrote it in spirituality. Her whole energy behind that, and no matter what, when they put it out, what they thought they was going to cast, that movie woke people up because of the author, what she wrote, and the energy behind it. Hold on, Umi, you gonna get the babies? Get it for me. Give me Umi. Come on, hurry up before the light change.
Okay.
Come here, Umi. You hear the babies crying? Hurry up, please.
Okay.
Come here. Unzipping that. You gotta go get the babies now, okay? Okay? Come on. Go get my grandbabies and feed them some of that milk. All that cheeseburger in your belly. Help her out. Get her set up. Good girl, Umi. Give me one. Give me one real quick. Hurry up. grandbaby. This one is Dewey. Thank you. So that movie went out and it cast what it was supposed to cast. It woke people up. What the people don't realize is even stronger than what they're putting in the food, what they're putting in the air, what they're putting in the water, what they're putting in your clothes, what they're putting in the building material of your house to keep us. Damn, that lady thing gonna break off. I wanted to tell her. Okay, D. Come on, Mary. Sit down. Good boy. Good baby. So, a lot of what they have out is for the slow kill. It's slowly doing what it's supposed to do. It's slowly going into our DNA and in our genes and in our leaching in our water, leaching, in our system, destroying our brain cells. And that's for generational damnation. It'll be in our genes, literally. But what's more powerful that most people just don't get the concept about? What's more powerful than that? All of that is two things. It's the frequencies that they put out. The frequencies are destroying us at a much faster rate. It's the frequencies behind music, television, games, frequencies, sounds that they're putting out. The frequencies that in those boxes in the neighborhood, especially in the hood, you'll see those gray boxes. Those boxes are just there. Did I miss it? I sure did. They're just there to put out 800 hertz. You know, you could just be sitting in the house, you'd be like you just had a sharp pain to come and go because it's nerves burning out from the hertz. From the boxes outside your house, the transformer boxes, destroying brain cells. It's the frequencies. Let me show you frequency. Most of the people who call themselves MAGA, especially the ones on the street, like the average persons. Okay, wait a minute. You notice they all got a look in their eye like some kind of zombified shit. Like they are wackos. They're under the frequencies. They spell casting. Spells been casted on these beings. Just even with certain things that he's saying. Anybody is when you open how are you targeted? Come on, these people gotta let me get over acting like that. I get over it. Oh, these doc, I'm sorry, these doc, get my baby. This person did a hard stop. These doc, I'm sorry, I had to stop. She okay? I'm sorry, these doc. She okay? All right, so. Look in their eyes, y'all. You'll see the demonic presence. You'll see the zombie. you'll see where they're under the spell. They just out to KIL. They just out to do whatever they're told to do. Like they're waiting for the right keyword. Like they're under hypnosis. It's the frequencies. You know, the Guardian's been saying, leave the major cities. Now I get why they said major cities. Leave major cities. And I'm looking at what's going on right now. I'm like, yup. Looking at the hold on, y'all. There's a lot going on. Leave the major cities. Like right now, they done deployed the military and armed them in DC. Now they headed for Chicago, Baltimore, New York, 19 different cities. Mostly the East Coast, by the way. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking like, wow, I see why the Guardian said, you know something, they don't tell me, but they don't tell me why all the time. I see why the Guardian said for the people to leave the major cities. The Guardians told me to get somebody out of DC a couple years back. To get her out. And I did. Recently, I asked the Guardians, I said, why did you want me to get her out of DC? And I went to rest with that. That was my prayer, so to speak. Speaking to them. I got up the next day, and when I opened up YouTube, this thing came up, this video came up about, I'm telling you, I think that's that Neuralink shit, because I didn't say it out loud, but it just happened. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It happens to you too. You could just have a thought now, and it comes across your screen before you would speak it, and it would happen. So I do stuff on purpose now. Like I'll sit and I'll think something on purpose to see if it's going to come across my screen, and it does. And I'm thinking that's because the shit that I sprayed in the skies is in our system. When they said that they're going to light, it's already done. They got a board where they can, like Professor X, they can see all of us on this board, and it's by the particles that's in our system. So I said, asked her why. Why did you want me to get her out of there? Mind you, it's 3 years later, so, and this is since they done did the shit that they doing there in DC right now. The next day I go on YouTube, and the video comes up, and it was called Secret Symbolism of DC, or something like that, in Washington, DC. And I knew that was the Guardians responding to me. They gave me a lesson, an hour lesson on this shit. And they was breaking down how, I heard some of this before, but not to this extent. They were breaking down and showing how all the buildings, the way they were constructed there, was in patterns, like in a pentagon, a pentagram. But that pentagon would be there with the pentagram. But the pentagram, the 5-point star, these other buildings, all the symbolism all around DC. Mind you, recently, which a few months, I was doing the meditate at 8. And this one of the times I go deep in. I don't go deep in all the time, depending on what I'm doing, where I'm going, if I'm driving, if I'm talking. But every day I stop. Whatever I'm doing at 8 o'clock, and I do meditate at 8. If I close my eyes and I go into it, I don't care if it's 60 seconds, I do it. This is one of the times I went in a little bit. And when I got to DC, I felt resistance. Somebody was resisting me. I'm like, who is this? And then I could see through and see it was women. It was women, all kinds of women, all races of women. It was so-called black women, melanated women, but they were natural because they know that we are more powerful in our natural hair without covering up our portals. These women were powerfully natural. They had froze, and I'm like, what is this? And the deeper I looked into it, the more I could see that they were conjurers. And they were protecting the king. Now, you know, back in the day, am I on the highway yet? Back in the day, like movies like Scorpion King. Remember the movie The Scorpion King? And the actual king had that pretty virgin lady beside him, that the Scorpion King wound up taking her virginity. But you take when the seer's virginity, she loses her power unless this is in love. And this is not untrue story. The most powerful amongst us are the virgins. Those that are untouched by the phallus. She who is standing still in her own image. Actually, the phallus is a contamination. That's something from outside of herself going into herself. Hence, you cleave to a woman. Once you go into her, she becomes one with you. And that's supposed to be your mate. But what's happening today is the wombs are being contaminated with so many dinglings, so many different entities. So then she's carrying all the entities that he's carrying on and on and on. But she became more powerful because it was out of love. Their union. 103 degrees. She became more powerful. But the point to this is that if you watch the movie 300 with Leonidas in the 300, remember before he left, he went to go consult the mystics. And they had those beautiful women, virgins, under some kind of potion. And they would go in and speak to the other side for the kings. Because they know who we are. They've always known who we are. Fuck, our number one enemy is not a king. It's the Queen of England. That's our number, because all of this is her sons. She's the bee. She knows who we are. They know who we are. So, when I was in DC, through my meditation, through travel, astral travel, I saw these beings. And they saw me. But they didn't know what it was that was interfering. They didn't know what it was they saw. So then I threw my symbol, my Stanun symbol for protection. So they knew that I was there, but they didn't know what was there. They couldn't pinpoint the direction that it was coming from. And I can go on and on with that, but I'm going to stop right there with that. So that's when I saw what's happening now. Now, and it's so funny that they call it no kings, because he sees himself as a king, and this king have soothsayers around him. He has doubled and tripled The soothsayers, they surround DC. Listen to me. They're casting spells over DC constantly to protect him. We be all into the wrong shit, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, we learn a little bit about how to use our power and our magic, and then we still don't do it. And when we do it for dumb shit to hurt somebody and love spells and shit. No, we were given this magic for the now, to use it to protect the people. We just like the titles of calling each other shamans, calling ourselves shamans and shit, but we're not using any of it. We don't even mostly use it in our own lives to multiply what we have, to protect ourselves. But trust and believe. They're using the magic. They're using it on you every day. They're using it on you through music. I don't know how to relate to y'all. You know why they sing in church? You know why they used to have those big bells outside of churches? It's not about the nice sound of ringing a bell. Those bells release frequencies that align you on a cellular level. It removes trauma. It removes disagreeable energy. It literally, it's shadow work being done to help you to align. That's why it was on the churches, because the church was a place of sound healing. That's why when you went to the older churches, they had gigantic organs, because the organs were fashioned after your organs. Each key on the piano went to the 7 major organs. That's why it was called the organ. Pipe organ. So you would go into the church. What's your ailment? It was a place of healing. So if you had something going on with your kidneys, they would play that key. Hear me. You had geometric patterns on the walls. Those patterns that you saw were actually notes. They are frequencies. So they would know what key to play. Those were notes that they played on the organ. And then they hit you with the other sound healing, the voice. Then they would begin to chant over you. And that's where the song would come in at. But we done brought it all the way down to some, Jesus will work it out. Who gives a fuck about all of that? That's not what that was about, y'all. They would come and sing in the key or chant in the key that the organ played. They say, no matter what ailment you may have, it's all going to relate to one of your organs. That organ is out of order. Kidney, liver, heart. Something's out of order. Your skin would be the 8th, actually. And then I played the black keys, the flat keys, the ever exists omnipotent sound of Om. The white keys was the cover. It's your skin. You got 7 black keys for your 7 major organs. And then you have the covering, the white The skin are the white keys. More powerful than all the shit they doing, y'all. It's frequencies and the casting, spell casting. The very words you use, you're casting over yourself. Your names, English names. There's the strongest two places in America where they are spell casting. It's DC and California. In Cali, again, they discuss what they're going to cast. And then they get the best casters to put that movie out. That television, that vision board. It's a vision board because when a good movie come out, you act it out. They'll put out a movie when they want to cast something, when they want to manifest something else in this world. They put it in a movie so the people can act it out for them. They don't have to. So they get the best spellcasters. At the end, they tell you the cast. The cast are casters. What does a cast member do? You cast the spell for them. Same with the music. The reason that they control the music. But why is it that India RE didn't get the award because she was about black love? What's wrong with that? She's still a singer. She's still a singer, right? Why couldn't she get the award? Why couldn't she be recognized for it? But they didn't like what the fuck she was casting, and they wasn't going to promote that. She wasn't casting what they needed her to cast. They needed her to cast all the single ladies. They need her to cast that shit. But she was casting brown skin. You see? That's what she was casting. She was casting self-love. They didn't need that in that industry. That's why she didn't go far. All that voice, they need Beyonce. And her alter ego Sasha, they need that. They need Jehovah. They need him casting. Like they got Rihanna right now casting the Bible, casting Bible verses. Because that's where they need you at. They do not need you in a state of resurrection. See? And those witches that's casting over DC, I see them. It's not, I promise you, it's surrounding DC. And it's going out. This is why they said, another reason why they said to leave the major cities. They're spreading this work. This is why people are going off right now. Because they got you looking at one thing, but it's really a frequency war. The magic never stopped. They just gave it different names. They gave the meetings different titles. They gave it tea parties and build the you-know-what groups and stuff. That's why they saw the big old lady. Remember back in the day, that man Jesse Ventura caught her at that statue of that owl with a baby upside down, holding it by the leg or some shit? Y'all remember that? Because the rituals never stopped. But they need more energy. When people are falling off of religion like this, they need more energy Because when you thinking that's your soul going to heaven, all this shit, that's why Trump up there talking about I want to go to heaven. Think about it. Trump he said, anybody see it? Put a 1 in the chat. The other day when Trump was like, the reason that he's trying to stop the war in Ukraine is because he's trying to get more points so he can go to heaven. When the fuck did this devil want to go to heaven? And then he's saying that, now you got all of these rappers and singers, songs coming out about prayer. All that subliminal. Because their gods are losing power. God is losing power. Because they know who the true God is. They know who it really is y'all worshiping. They know who names y'all really calling on. They know what rituals they got you really doing. Where you think you're doing one thing, okay, intentions, all that, but that's not what you're doing. And that God is losing power. And they gotta keep shit alive. What the hell is that? She just sneezed. Why else would they have you singing? Would they have these rappers coming out? What are they coming out with right now? They casting so strong in DC right now, and the surrounding area, that your spirit don't want to get caught up in what the fuck they doing. You will get locked in. Because it's not just the witches and warlocks that's casting. It's the frequencies that they're sending out while they're casting that's controlling you on a cellular level that will lock you in and you can't get out of there. And it's spreading across the East Coast. California, all up and down that coast, is spreading. They done had that on lock for a long time. And if so-called spiritual people would wake up and unite in magic, it's way more of us than it is of them. Way more of us than it is of them. But we can't see the full picture. Most of us are so contaminated. What's she doing? Sneak me another one. You see the black ones? Fast. Sneak means fast because she is quick with her babies. This is Champ. It's a boy. Here, what's wrong with him? Just move him and put him on her ass. They'll find their way. Y'all, these puppies, these water program puppies, I ain't never seen nothing like these puppies. They came out using their back legs, number one. The vet saying it's impossible. No, it's not. It's happening. These dogs are using their legs. The day is, what, 4 days? It was born Saturday. Did they make 5 days? I think. Yeah. Yesterday, I caught one of them 4 days old standing up on all fours. They say it's impossible. No, it's not. And they barking. Somebody barking. And I was telling them, you might believe me, but they heard it today. puppies barking. They 5 days old. All I could attribute to was the water programs. They water program babies the whole time. Even while they was coming out, I had water programs playing for them. It's some special little dogs. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to go. Y'all have to recognize and stop talking about it, one, and be about it. The power that we have. The power of our tongue. The power in our songs. Remember how you get a bunch of church ladies together and they would sing and cast the devil out of somebody? We have that in us. And it didn't have nothing to do with the God that they believed in. That was the power of them. Because then you can get the same group of ladies in the name of spirituality do the same thing and it worked the same way. So it doesn't matter. You call on who you want to call on. But you got to believe in yourself while you're doing it. You got to believe that you have the power, no matter who you think gave it to you. Say whoever you want gave you the power, but just say that you have the power to cast out that demon. See? This is how we got to come together. I keep saying it, but I think when I say it, y'all see just how it applies today. Dance. A song wasn't sung back in the day like this. Like you sing about your lover. Yo, I'm telling you, that's introduced from Europe, that shit. It wasn't, that's not what we did. Songs were chants. Songs were how we manifested, were womb created. Dance is how we interpreted the song to make the manifestation more powerful. Dancing is the act of intention. Song is the intention. We're doing it on dumb shit. We created a dance for all the single ladies and everybody went fuck single. We created a dance for all the single ladies. All the single ladies. Listen. I was watching, it was saying that the Anunnaki, when they left, how the knowledge got lost. No. That's why there are certain rituals only for the elite. Certain rituals only for the priests. No, the fuck it's not. We all have that ability. But they are the ones, the priests and preachers and shit, are the ones that's hiding the knowledge from the rest of the people. Is what that was. See, because Yahshua was a preacher, but he taught the people the way. See? Those priests concealed the way. Themselves, and just for who they, this bloodline or these elites, they never wanted it to link. First off, it was fucking stolen. They never wanted it to fall back into the hands of the original mothers. The daughters of Mami Wata. They never wanted it to fall back into the hands of the children of Ushun and Tefnut and Sekemtet, Sekumuat, Ishtar. They never wanted it to fall back into the wombs of the original mothers. and her children. But it started waking up in her. It started pouring out of her DNA. Just naturally started coming back out of us. But we don't know what to do with it. Because if we did, this would not be going on. We literally have to be re-educated on what a song is and what it's used for. What a dance and its sound make manifest. Everything that you see around you was created in sound. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And God said, "Let there be light." It is through sound that all creation manifests. You must push the pen, create the visual, and then you must speak it, and then you must chant it or sing it, and then you must dance it or move it. Energy in motion. Emotion. Do it with emotion. Energy in motion. Y'all have to use the pen right. Let me tell you what happened to me one time. I've always been a writer. And this came to a couple things I'm about to tell you about that. One, when I was 19, I was in Job Corps, and I was dating. I prefer halls. I got one in my pocket. I was dating a counselor. I was 19 and she was 27. She was Yanni Mano Indian, beautiful woman. I got her fired because we got caught. But anyway, Leslie told me something this night. She showed me her family lineage. She was showing me her grandmother, these beautiful people. Look up Yanni Mano Indians. She was a thoroughbred Yanni Mano Indian. She was so pretty. And this day she told me, because she was my counselor, she told me, she said, never let them take your writing. She said, I want you to always write no matter what. Never stop writing, because I always wrote poetry, and that's because when I was little, I felt like I wasn't being heard. So I knew I was going to get a beating. But I didn't care. And I took a black magic marker and wrote all, when you're coming up the steps, that wall, so when you look up, you got to see it. I wanted them to see what I had wrote on the walls. I remember it being a Star of David and some stuff about how they was neglecting me. My mother went to school the next day and she said, I don't know what's wrong with this child. She said, but she's writing all over the walls. Da, da, da. So this lady asked my guidance counselor, talk to me. Basically asked me, did I feel neglected? Did nobody listening to me? All this stuff. I was like, yeah. She said, I want to give you something. She went and got a yellow book. And the name on it was Nikki Giovanni. I forgot, that's the author, Nikki Giovanni, and I forgot the title of that book. I went and bought it when I got older. I have the book now. I bought it in my 40s. I remembered it and I just went and found it. And she told me she wanted me to read that book, and she was expresses herself, and that's what she wanted me to do. And she gave me that. She gave me a composition book and a pencil. Whenever you feel like you want to write something, write it in here. And whenever you want to share it with somebody, you could come in and share it with me. And a poet was born. That's how I became a poet. True story. Somebody said about a fucking movie just now when I said it. I don't know why I always said it. I said this story a lot of times, but just now I just saw it differently. But that's how the poet was born. Ricky Giovanni. I went through a lot through years with my poetry. Damn, I took y'all to that story to take you up, and I forgot the particular story I wanted to tell you about. It'll come back to me. There's just so much about my poetry. Like, anyway, it'll come back to me. She told me to never let nobody take my poetry. Like, I would write. Oh, so I was gonna tell y'all. I would write, and when I write in a certain way, it comes to pass. But this is how I learned it. I had a beef with this guy. This guy hit me. And I went to go in my van. I had a machete in my van. And the person knew that I had the machete in my van, and she blocked the door. It was like, Angel, please no, just. So I walked up to him. I mean, I can't beat him. He's 6'2", 6'4". I'm looking up. I'm only 5 feet. And I looked in the mirror, and I had 2 scratches on my neck. I said, for every scratch, nigga, you getting time. And I said some shit to this boy this day that he left and went to my sister's house. And he asked my sister, he said, is your sister a witch or something? I think she cast a spell on me this day. I went home and I told my boy what happened. His name was Tony. Tony loved himself some Angel. Whoever don't know, that's my birth name. He loved himself some Angel. He was like, what? What this nigga look like? He came back the next day with his 10 brothers. I'm not making this up. Angel. My store was downstairs and I lived on the 3rd floor. I looked out the window, it was Tony, all these niggas. And I went down there, he was like, these my brothers. And they was sitting in my store, getting their clips and stuff together, getting directions of where to go. And I said, Tony, you can't. He said, oh, don't start this shit. I said, Tony, I had a dream last night of what I gotta do, and I want to do it. He said, no, this nigga shed a tear. He was like, come on, Angel. He was like, come on, Angel. No, Angel, no. And I was like, Tony, no. He was something man. He left. He told them to leave anyway. He stayed with me because he loved himself some Angel. That night, they told me to write it. The Guardians in my rest. They said, write it. Write what he did and what you want done. They said, I want you to get up and chant it for 30 minutes. I was writing it when Tony called me at the window. That night, the day I finished writing it out, and I chanted it for 30 minutes. Like when I would wake up in the AM, I would chant it. When I would go to bed, I would chant it. I got a phone call. Yo, they got dude. He was going to New York. And he was doing a transaction in New York. And got caught. But he was on parole or something. Whatever it was, they caught him. Nigga got 16 years. They gave him 16 years. He's still there. Because this was about 13 years ago. It's still there. But that's when I learned the power of the chant. To not use it unjustifiably, but to use it. Recently, I've given this formula to a couple people. It's a full formula. That's only a part of it. It's a full formula. But it completely works for them. This is what we are capable of. Now, what if you wrote a song of justice? What if you create a dance to it? What if you put it out for the rest of us? You know how they create challenges? Call it a challenge and get people, give it a spicy beat that'll get people's, and we work the challenge. It will manifest just like their shit is doing, just like we are manifesting for them. Just like they have they demons and they minions and they warlocks and they witches put out these songs, or shall we call them chants? Or just like, and they add challenges to them and they call them dances. Or shall we call them the acts of intention? And then they call them challenges and we do that. And then now we are manifesting for them. Every song that come out have a dance. How do you learn it? Watch the music video to the song. And then people start doing the dance. Ain't that real? Most songs that come out, don't they have a dance to go to it? And when we go to the club, don't we do the dance to that song that they do in the video? That's the acting of intention. We are casting. And they've been casting the whole time. We have to cast. It's so, we are casting for them anyway. If we stop singing they fucked up songs, they fucked up chants. That's why I come on the radio every 10 minutes so you can cast. That's what it means. It reached the top of the charts. You feel me? The motherfucker reached the top of the chart. If it reaches the top of the chart, just like Cisco with the thong song. Cisco wasn't putting out the thong song. That was just something that they did with him and his homeboys. It was like, she gave me that thong, the thong, thong, thong. But the record makers, producers and shit was like, stop everything. Put that out. We casting that. It's not just about the money, y'all. How many black women did the fucking thong dance? When the thong song came out, that changed the hood. The hood literally became ratchet. Remember, we had a certain way about us that we talk about in the 80s. And it was salt and pepper. Everybody was dressed. They made it wore leggings, but their butt was covered. The thong song changed the game. They played that motherfucker in Tokyo. That song, listen to what I'm saying. That song changed the world. The world became more ratchet. Because you was able to sing about the string in your ass. I'm just saying, think about what I'm saying. Think about when you first heard it. It's like, ooh, like, that was like dirt. Like, you hear the new song out? No, yo, did you hear Cisco? Remember that? Because we wasn't that raw. You hear the Cisco new song? No, I swear to God, yo, it's called the thong song. The what? Am I lying? You remember that? Huh? Uh-huh. When the shit first came out, we was like shocked. Because it wasn't that ratchet. Cisco himself was used with his little ratchet Baltimore little ass. He's from Baltimore. I used to watch him sing down the Fudgery. He used to work at the Fudgery down in the harbor, and they sing and flip chocolate. And his voice was just like, he would ring out the whole, you knew what he was singing. I don't care, you could all be down here by Phillips. I'm running down because Cisco out there singing. And he flipping chocolate, but his voice, he was the lead one, and they would follow him, follow his song. When he came out during that era, things began to change. Think about Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat changed the game too. A lot of our lives happened through the music. It's what I'm trying to show y'all. Keith Sweat with his whining ass. I couldn't stand him then. I swear that was the music we would skate to. But I'm like, why this nigga always whining? I didn't like Jennifer Hudson. I'm like, why is this bitch whining about shit? I was like, she's a stalker. Why is she stalking somebody? Then you're gonna love me. I'm like, that bitch is dangerous. Even then, I would sing the song, but I'd make them laugh. I'm like, she dangerous as shit. But I was serious though. Because as I'm singing it, everybody's singing it. It made you weaker inside. That song took the strength of a lot of women who was coming out of Patti LaBelle, and who was coming out of You Bring Me Joy Lady. What's her name? Who was coming out of Aretha Franklin and Anita Baker. We was coming from that era to this motherfucker talking about stalking somebody and shit. We was coming out of Sade. But these women with some class about shit. They was realizing how the music was changing the people. They knew it. That's why Elvis stole all the black music and shit. They knew through the music. Now I want you to go back through your genre, through your time now. How is the music affecting your life? How do you see the music? How are the kids dressing? How are people dressing? Like the magicians. The soothsayers, the magicians. I want you to see you're growing up, you're coming up, you're now without music. The music molded our reality. That's real magic, and they know that. They sit, look at what we run into. They sit and they discuss what lyrics they're going to put out. They discuss what change they want to make in the people. That's why music is an industry. That's why music is called entertainment. To entertain, like contain is to hold something. Entertain from within, I hold you. Because entertainment, you get emotional energy, and motion happen through entertainment. It makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you feel sorrow, make you feel joy, it make you feel powerful. Remember just watching back in the day, y'all remember watching Stand Alive? And at the end, when John Travolta walked off to Stand Alive, how you felt? Or how you feel to oh man, what was that Flashdance girl? And remember that song? Or remember Footloose, because they wasn't allowed to dance, and the white people, I was into all genres of music. Remember when Footloose made you want to dance? Like, the music is controlling us. Music is controlling us. The music is controlling us, but demons are controlling the music. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see today. They casting spells. We have to return the favor. Why don't we write music to break the spells that they casted? We don't need them anymore. We never did, but we don't need them anymore to make music. You could be your own shit. You could do your music and go on Spotify, and millions of people will listen to it. We self-promote. This is why I'm doing the Rise Untelevised YouTube channel. I just got to get this office up. But finish getting up. It looks really good. Part two, by the way, of the build is coming out today. I'm about to go do that finish that right now. And it's coming out today. The first one only reached 103 views, but it's on that channel. That channel, it was okay. We're going to keep moving. So I'm going to put the next one out today. But I'm about to go. I'm almost at locale. I wish they didn't have to go to the bathroom. I need to keep going. I got to get stuff for Demi. I really want to get this for her. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow when I go out, because I got this food for her for now. This other cheeseburger. That double cheeseburger, that one's just for her. I'm going to give it to the rest of them. We don't eat meat. We go to Five Guys and buy those just for them. They get their own burgers. I got me a salad. What we got? Falafel salad and salmon. So she got this for the night to go extra with her food, and I got to go get supplies tomorrow, and I'll go and get her some stuff. I really want to go now, but I know they got to go to the bathroom now. Unless we want to let them go and then keep on rolling. We'll just go tomorrow. One or the other. I don't want to just have a discussion on live right now. Just want. Okay, forget it. Okay, so. Oh, you want this? I'm just playing with it while I was talking. Look, I'm gonna show y'all all 5 babies, okay, real quick. I'm so proud. She did such a good job. She just feel like she weak to me though. Like when she dropped them babies, she was skinny under there, and she's always been kind of thick. Them babies was eating all her food. I thought I was feeding her extra, but it wasn't enough. So now I feed her 5 times a day, and I still don't feel like it's enough. Them babies eat off of her. It's more than every 2 hours. And they get fat. They little pigs. So the vitamins and stuff I'm giving her is definitely going in that milk, because they are healthy as shit. She just feel frail to me. So I'm going to start feeding them. I'm going to start helping her. Like, feed them a couple times a day just to give her a break. So I need to go get them a bottle. Then we need a break from this. She young. She's just a year this month. And she did so good. They were saying that the babies might not make it. My baby did that. But the puppies got Reiki twice a day in her belly. Twice a day. They were saying that she going to be weak. I was speaking Stanoon, these that I said. I was speaking Stanoon over her belly twice a day at least. Sometimes 3 and 4. Minimum of twice a day though. I did Reiki on her, and she knew it was coming. She was ready for it. She would come to me for the Reiki. She was coming to me for it. Like when they started kicking and stuff, she didn't know what was going on. She come sit in my lap and get in positions like, do that shit you be doing. And I would talk to her. We got this, boo. We gonna do this. My baby had them 5 babies in 2.5 hours. She had one every half hour. Now, every hour, like they say, every 45 minutes. No. She started at 7, and she was done at 9:30. They were just sliding out. I got it all on film too. I recorded it. They was just sliding out. The first one was hard on her. Oh my God, we was up for 3 nights. And then when she started, that mucus plug came out. I'm like, oh Lord, it's happening. I just started crying. It's happening. It's happening. I just making phone calls and shit. It's happening right now. They was like, calm the fuck down. It's happening. I don't know what to do. Oh, my baby. That was tripping. Oh my God. She just was pushing. I said, come on, baby, we push. And that, who was the first one to I'm going to show y'all the first one to big head ass, tore her ass up coming out. It was hurting Demi so bad, she put a hand over her face. Oh, I started crying. I'm like, oh my God, get out of her. And then from there, I just started speaking the flow for this afternoon. Speaking, saying for the flow. And they did. They just started coming out like she was eating stuff off of one, and me and her cleaning it up, and we praised the baby, whatever, and she just started contracted again and just come out. The tore her ass up. I kind of called her Junior. It's a female though, but that was her first. I kind of called it Junior. I like Junior just because it's a girl. Like his name is Mary, the father. His name Mary. I'm really pushing it toward, because Na'ut means like the first in Stanu. So I think I'm gonna call it between the and Junior. I'm gonna call it both. I'm gonna show y'all. You know which one is Junior? Calvin, you know which one is Junior? It's the one with the white crown and all got the most Dalmatian spots on it. The one with the most black spots. That you see it? Junior tore her ass up. So anyway, okay, forget it. I'll show you in a minute. About it, just forget it. Read to me real quick. You can stay with me. Well, I'm about to pull over and I'll get the thing.
Mafia says, blessings, hun. How are you today?
You way up there. We went through all of that.
Oh, you went through all of that? P Mafia says, I tried to avoid those frequencies, but yes, I've heard some of them. I've heard.
You read that to me.
Oh, okay.
Just go to the next one.
Okay.
Just keep reading. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I just don't know how you don't remember. You read it to me.
I haven't heard them. P Mafia says, facts. Sharon Williams says, hold up, Sika.
Hold up.
Sharon Williams says, how are you and the family? Bobby says, hold up. Yep.
Hold up.
Tanya says, exactly. King Adonis says,
what sons? I was out of commission, Bobby. I was up the mountain. Just came down today. Go ahead.
Bobby says, aw. P Mafia says, aw. Tanya Reynolds says, aw, cutie. Medusa says, oh my god, so cute. P Mafia says, aw, named after the other baby. Bobby says, water.
Good catch, P.
Bobby says, water programs play constantly. Medusa says, yes, aw, at P Mafia. Scarlet King says, here, hold up.
Hold up, my Scarlet.
Tanya says, agreed. Bobby says, they are hive-minded completely. P Mafia says, they look soulless.
The baby?
No, she's talking about when you was talking about the
Oh. Got you.
King Adonis says, yep, seen them in a dream. They eyes glow red. Tanya says, I do the same thing, Sika. I think things on purpose. King Adonis says, yep, the battle for redemption. Tanya says, I plan to donate tomorrow, Keffa. Thanks for the reminder.
Who said that?
Tanya. Bobby says, get your water programs. Bobby says, I can barely. Bobby says, who plays the organ actually healed from threatening. Bobby says, another program. King says, yeah, planning for a gathering for the eclipse on the 7th. Trouble says, he's adorable. King Adonis says, the magic.
Baby crying. We try to get the nipple. Just put it, face it to her. Well, lay it on top of her. We need to get some of that milk out of there because her sacks are like super full. I'm gonna take her home and sit her in the bath. I washed it up yesterday, but I'm gonna put it in an Epsom salt bath. You just need a damn brick. You see all 5 of them. You see the one that's crying? Lay him on top of the siblings and they'll find his way. Don't zip it up.
Okay, just okay.
Stop zipping her in there. Lisa Doc. Go sit down, Lisa Doc. Okay, we about to go.
Okay, Bobby says upgraded dogs. Bobby says that's beautiful. Bobby says I saw that like a movie too. Bobby says wow. P Mafia says it's breaking up every other word, and Bobby says, Epic Mafia, it's clear now. You might want to leave the video and come back in. Bobby says that's definitely got promiscuous. Things definitely got promiscuous in the late 90s, overtly. Tanya says, I love Keith Sweat.
I can't stand his ass. Shut up. It just be whining and shit.
Tanya says, Sade, and the fire emoji. And then Tanya says, the Isley Brothers. Bobby says, Irene Cara Flashdance.
Oh my God, yeah.
And Tanya says, yes. And Bobby says, Bee Gees, Staying Alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bobby says, they getting all the nutrients and healing. Tanya says, wow, wonderful. All the babies are healthy. Tanya says, the babies and mother are healthy blessings. King says, another word for my glossary. Scarlett says, glad the babies and the mama are okay.
Me too, Scarlett. Oh, it's so stressed. I was, you know, putting energy out there like a boss and handling it, but inside, I just wanted them to get out of her. I just wanted no complications. Nobody to come out feet first or sideways and shit. Just please, just get out of her. Go ahead.
And Medusa says, Keith Sweat sounds like a mosquito in your ear.
Yes, he does. Oh my goodness, he does. Oh my gosh. Anybody see him lately? 2025, him on that stage in that blue one? Still pumping this shit, looking like that. Their music changed our whole world. Because it's magic. It's true magic. And we could change it back. But some people, everybody not a magician. Everybody not a musician. Some of us are just natural musicians. And I'm talking to those people. Everybody has a skill, you feel me? But some of us are natural musicians, natural writers. Use it. Poets, you're a musician, you're a magician. Songwriters, dancers, use it. Do our part. Counteract his work. Change the world. Make it a thing. Take the attention of the people. Give the people something to listen to. I mean, just constantly, just be spitting shit out. I don't care if it was a poem you wrote real fast on a drive. I don't care if it don't feel professional. Just put it out. Keep it in people's faces. I know y'all say, why not you? Because I'm building a studio right now. I don't even have time to go live. I'm working my ass off. I'm building a studio by myself. Day 2 coming out today. But I'm actually, or when I go back in there, maybe tomorrow or Saturday, it'll be day 19. And I don't mean like it's been 19 days. I mean the actual work days, not the days that I took off. The days that I actually went in there and worked it's 18 right now. And it looks good. It's looking good. But y'all see day 2 tonight, if you so choose to watch the video. That's crazy that I peeled that off. What is that?
Their little carrier.
That's not what I left it at.
I know.
There you go, stink. Come on, let's take this off. Good boy, you didn't pee. Good job. I know. I don't want your arms like that. I want your arms like this. There we go. Yeah, my thank you. Thank you. All right, come on, DZ Doc, you ready? Grab the carrier for me. Grab the carrier for me. You ready? Umi. Wait, No. Give it to me. I gotta put the babies in it. Wait. You gotta get out the way, boo. Give it to me. Is it wet?
Yep.
Like, won't you take that out then? Like, think ahead for me. Just pull it out. Pull everything out.
Okay.
I can put a dry blanket in there. Yeah, take all that out. I gotta put them in there. It's real wet.
Yeah. Well, that one.
Oh, I got these 2 dry blankets. Give me here.
Okay.
All right. They're trying to get out. Just go shut the gate so I can let them out.
Okay.
Okay, then. All right. Mister, can you please stop? Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go. Okay, come on. Let's get out. Come on. Y'all get out. Come on. Come on, mama. Decent up. You jump on them babies. Come on. Let's go. Come on, mister. Mer. Come on. Go pee. I get it, Umi. I'm getting them.
Come on.
Hold on, y'all. And Kev, make sure them blankets, take them in the house and put them in the laundry room.
Okay.
I'll just wash them all tonight.
Come on. Let's go.
Hold on, y'all. I want y'all to see the puppies. Don't make Demi leave her babies if she don't want to. Okay, little ones. Okay, let's see who we got. All right, here go Tila. Oh, hammerhead. Tila be tripping. Eyes still closed though. Look at their ears. Like it ain't even no hole there yet. You know they come out deaf and blind. Hey, Dicker. Look, with his tongue hanging out. Fat. A piece of meat. 1. He came out number 4, just like Tila did. That's why his name Tila. And then we have, this is Naut or Junior. This is the first one. Your mole got bigger. You're fat. Okay, Demi. Oh, Demi, like, what you doing? I'm coming, Demi. You scared me. I felt like I was in trouble. Wait. There go Champ. Ain't he gorgeous? The first one a girl too, Junior. That's a boy. Here I come. And then we got Dewey. That's a girl. Look at the tail. Hey, hi. Hey, hi, Stink. Big. How fat they stomachs are. How many we got? How many is that? 4? And then we got Sika. Y'all know Sika means fire. And the way this one came out, we called it fire. So I'm like, oh, this is Sika. Okay. Oh, okay. Think. This one going to be little. I think little like Mary. Look at it. They be moving and swimming and walking and shit. Watch it use his back legs. I'm gonna put a video out and show y'all. See how they say how it's kicking off? All right, Demi. Okay, Demi right here like a sock. I got the babies, Demi. Now we got him. Alright, y'all, I gotta go before this water soak through this thing and the babies get wet. Alright, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Just start putting them words out there that people hear it. Oh, it's a good time I can go check the thing and see if that leak, because it rained really hard. So, y'all, we got to change the game up. Could you hand me that bag, please, right here? Appreciate ya. Thank you. Open this for me real quick. I got to go before the water come through the blanket, because this thing is wet. You got it? You going to get everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. You about to eat. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. This lobster touch, y'all. There, yay. Be safe out there, Bobby. And why you there, Bobby? Text me. Why you what you text me yesterday? Why you there? Hold up, y'all. See y'all soon.